Hi everyone, my name is Circe Gedeon. I'm a health science major at Greensboro Community College. Today I'll be presenting my research project about assessing the impact of high impact practices in mathematics classroom under the mentorship of Dr. Franco and Dr. Robertson. High impact practices or HIPs are teaching and learning methods known to promote student engagement, retention, satisfaction with courses, etc. These practices are beneficial for community college students and are capable of improving student learning experience in math courses. This research involves a retrospective data review of students' personal and academic records. These data were collected, digitized, and analyzed from courses taught with and without the use of HIPs with the goal of capturing and comparing students' learning experience in these varied settings. There are 51 sections of courses taught by the PI between fall 2005 and spring 2017, among which 24 sections were taught with the use of one or more HIPs. However, only 48 sections were used in the study and 23 of them were HIPs. For the population and sample sizes, there were 3 out of the 51 sections of courses that were not included in the study because they were too small, and including them would make the students and classes identifiable. So, this brings down the number of sections to 48, among which we had student evaluation data for 28 sections and attendance data for 26 sections. But when we tried to match the works we did from last fall and spring, we realized we only have data from both sources for 18 sections with 7 HIPs and 11 non-HIPs. The slide here summarizes the types of HIPs and math courses entered into the study. So these are the results from student evaluation data. Table 1 summarizes ratings from the new student evaluation form currently used at QCC, and Table 2 summarizes sentiment analysis from the old and the new faculty evaluation form. An independent samples t-test for students' evaluation data shows that average student ratings from HIP courses were significantly lower than non-HIP student ratings. As for attendance data, the independent samples t-test reveals that students in non-HIP courses were less likely to attend class than students in HIP courses. It also reveals that non-HIP students had significant absence rate compared to HIP students. Lastly, the test shows that there was no significant difference for lateness in both class settings. So, the students' evaluation data indicates that students find HIP courses more challenging, and this supports the literature review point that HIP classes demand more time and effort from both the students and the instructor. In addition, class attendance may be a factor in students' engagement with their learning in HIP and non-HIP classes. And if that's the case, then our results are showing higher level of student engagement within HIP courses. Next steps in this project are to retrieve student evaluation data from 20 additional course sections, and we'll retrieve attendance data from 22 additional course sections. Then we will analyze deeper this data in order to identify issues linked to HIP implementation. We will also request data from the Office of Institutional Research and Assessment. We will merge all of this data into a single database for SPSS analysis. Now I would like to leave the floor open for questions.